channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.
Happy Monday.
How's it going?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content. Thank you for juggling your time and showing up. It means a lot.
And it starts.
And it starts. So, like always, let's go. Has anyone done this already? Ah, you the man. Look at that. Loud and perfectly clear. Thank you, my man. Thank you, Paul. Always there in the background, making sure we are thumbs up. So let's see. Look at all you guys. This is awesome. John from BlackRock. How you doing, my man?
What's up, John?
Says, hope everyone's staying safe from all this crazy weather. Yeah, it's crazy. Like floods and snowstorms, ice storms, power outages, tornadoes, hurricane. Like, holy moly. It is crazy. I hope everyone is being safe wherever they are. And yeah, it's crazy. Brian, Boop and Snoots, hope you're doing well, man.
Hey, Brian.
Good evening, right back. Carter Coils made the top 3.
All right. How you doing, my man?
And my man Paul, Mr. Cap Locks himself. I'll take 4. My man Ed, how you doing? Epic Live was great.
Thanks, Ed.
That's coming all the way from Netherlands.
Awesome. Yeah, we had guests from all over the world. It was pretty great to see it all.
Awesome. So, but I was the first one to smash the like button. Let's all smash it. There you go. My man Virgil's in the house. What's going on? And yeah, so I know Virgil is one of many. I've got a lot of snakes coming to the U.S. And I'm pretty sure that the way everything is, because April 2nd, they basically sort of gave us the outline of what's going to be tariffed and what's not. And snakes are not, as of now, to be tariffed. So because of that, all the paperwork's going in and he's going crazy. The guy that I used to ship, Sam from Reptile Express, him and his team, they are now getting everything ready. So I should have paperwork in the next couple of weeks. So it looks like end of the month to the first week of May, the first shipment of 2025 is leaving here and going to a home near you, your home.
Great.
So yeah, that's good. Like usual, I'll give everybody the exact date once everything's confirmed. And yeah, so less animals here, and you guys get some pretty cool babies. Not actually, some people actually have some adults here. So looking forward to shipping some animals out, making more room.
Yep.
My man Sean, what's up? SJS in the house.
Sean.
Shauna's in the house. How you doing?
Hey, Shauna.
Oh, look at this guy. PER in the house. What is going on? I got a free Monday and thought I'd listen to Billy Flo. Well, thank you so much, my man. It's been a long time. Good to see you. North Country is in the house again. Thank you. Dustin clowning around's in the house. What's up? Jen, how are you? There it is. There we go. Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hello, all. Yeah, my mouse, sometimes it works perfectly. Sometimes it's too sensitive. And then other times it's like click, click, like click. Massey Morph works. What's going on, guys? Are you in your, actually, I'm going to probably post. I should have done it already. I'm so shitty when it comes to posting stuff, but I'm probably going to have another get together here Saturday and Sunday. Moving.
Oh, great.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm going to post it probably tomorrow. So hopefully we see you there. Courtney's in the house. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Sammy, what's up? Mr. Bull Python in the house.
Pink Panther.
Oh, look, guys, sky high.
Hey,
Sky's
Brian.
the limit. Sky High Morphs from Sky's the Limit Network. How you doing? Doom, doom, doom. So Brawley's here. We have Dark Desire. What's up,
Hey, Christian.
Kristen? Adrian's in the house. Lucky's Python's in the house. Dickie Foster's in the house. What's going on? Another fellow Canadian. Constricting Creation. Creations. What's going on? Charlie, how you doing, my man?
What's up, Charlie? He had a great reel today. It's really good.
I didn't even see it.
It was a butt kicker. It's a good reel.
Oh, cool.
Everybody go watch it.
I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. Ken's in the house from LMK. How you doing, my man? Always with the mofo. Fred, Mr. English. How are you, sir?
Hey, Fred.
How are you? Thanks for popping in. Who else we got kicking in? Don't forget questions, topics, anything thrown in the chat. We'll get to it. We'll try to go an hour and a half like usual. And Nikki and Kurt, Irresistible Ball Pythons. How you doing?
Great to see you
All
guys.
as well. Yeah, it's like I saw you a few days ago.
Yeah.
So always glad to have you around. Bitten by Gecko, Sweden representing. Casey, Goff's Reptile Creations in the house. What's going on? Who else we got? Oh, Flat Mountain in the house. Anna. Scott and Jordan, Genetic Genesis, the 20 stack high, like me. They need get big ass ladders. I'm actually going. So I'm looking at new facilities and moving. I'm definitely going down to normal, like where like the standard rack or 10 high,
levels. Yeah.
maybe 11 on the adults, but right now I'm gonna do 10. If I want to be dangerous and risque, I'll add another level to make it 11. But I'm trying to make them all 10. And on the hatchlings, I'm gonna go 14 levels high to make it a 70. Same with the minis. They're going to be a mini 140. But yeah, if you want to come down and pick up 2 ladders, I have those big yellow ones that you can. Not going to need them. But yeah, man, it does look awesome though. When people come out and go, whoa, look at that. But it's just not manageable to work. But when you don't have the space, you do vertically.
Yep.
Well, when you do have it vertically, you definitely want to use it. I've just been there and done that. So now it's time to, go the other way. South Bay in the house. What's going on? Just going through. Nicholas says, gonna have to catch the show on replay, but I wanted to check in and say hello. Awesome. Thank you so much. Brittany, how are you? Epic was great. Very community focused. There you go. Awesome. Exotic World of Geckos in the house. Tighter Gods reppin'. Misty Hill. Greetings from Ireland to my Canadian rebels. If you need extra whiskey, let me know. I'll send Tom over with a cask or tariff-free. Oh, man. Brian, Mr. Cusco in the house.
What's up, Brian?
Missed you too, man. I saw it. My show was 8:35, and yours was at 7:15 or 7:20, I think. It was one of the first. I caught some of you because I missed you too, bro. But I caught some of yours at the beginning, and
It was a good session. Adam. Yeah, it was a good session and very well received.
Yes, which was awesome. So definitely a great event this weekend. If you don't know what we're talking about, epic.live. It's free. You can still sign up and watch all the amazing things that are there and more to come. Right, Craig?
Yep.
So Pierce, Motorsports, and Reptiles in the house. GG Serpents, what's going on? Hope everyone made it okay. with made it okay with this past tornado outbreak. It's crazy. I see some of the videos. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I have never been near a hurricane or a tornado or tsunami or anything fucking crazy like that. Thank God, because like you just see it and then what it can do. Like the things like, 10 minutes out and shit's moving around and flying. It's crazy. And I don't think I'd be brave enough to, be out there trying to, let me get some more footage. I'd be like, you'd see the footage of me running. Like I'd be gone. I'd run in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I'm not, it'd be crazy because if someone's standing there holding their phone would be like being sucked in and like, nah, I'd be running.
We get a lot of them down here in the South and they're crazy.
It's I live, North America, upper end called Canada.
Huh? Where?
Yeah, we're not a state yet, or
I thought it was Etobicoke.
But we're up in the middle, like we're not near water really. Well, we are the Great Lakes, but nothing where like, we're sort of right in the center. So I guess we're safe. But well, at least here in the city, we're safe. I'm sure we've had some twisters and stuff, up here, but thank God I'm not going to be a part of one because that stuff's scary. And I hope everybody that has had an impact, is safe and hopefully, family, reptiles and animals, they're all good. And hopefully, I know even up here, about 2.5 hours because of the rainstorm and stuff and the ice storm. I mean, there's still 46,000 people a week later without fucking power. Like, it's crazy. A week later. Crazy.
We didn't think Mark Mandic was going to be able to present because his power was out until the day before.
Yeah. And other people around his area still. Like, I saw something on Sunday. We're still working hard. We're getting there, but still, and that was a week ago, 46,000 people still without power. I'm like, wow. And it's been a week. That's crazy.
Yeah, his internet was so bad because of the storms that he had to connect with his cell phone and then tether his PC to his cell phone in order to do the presentation.
It is crazy. Bald head balls in the house. What's going on? Let's see. Yes, you are getting new babies soon. What's up, man? Phil in the house, Pythonosaur. SFC in the house.
How's it going?
Yay, no extra fees on snakes. Let's all order from Billy. I'm gonna have it's so hard because everyone's like, do you have a list? I don't have I do have a list. I just don't have prices. But I'm gonna have a list here, and I'm gonna have sort of some door crashers, just a couple animals, just to bring people in at really ridiculous prices. Just hang out. It's my birthday weekend. Well, next week's my birthday, so I don't want to do it the following week because it's Easter weekend. But I'm gonna announce that tomorrow and every day, like this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4. Hang out. Probably go get some donuts and coffee. But yeah. Got to move some animals. Got a building to pay for, and the less I move, the better it is. Hey, you know how fun moving is, eh, Craig?
Speaking of SFC reptiles, they're in the BashCoder Reptiles Patreon.
Okay.
And I just made a post today, so you can you don't have to pay. You can be a free member. Just go to Patreon, search for BashCoder.
I have it there. It's in the link below.
Okay, sweet.
So if you go to the link below or the description below, it'll have Craig's channel, his YouTube, his Patreon, his Instagram, as well as Husbandry.PRO. We have a YouTube and my info as well. Go check it out in the description.
Yep.
In the description below. Gamer King, what's going on? Started the week with the first clutch of the season. There you go, 2025. That's awesome.
That's great.
Sick. Congratulations. 217 in the house. What's up? Patrick, how you doing, my man? How are you?
What's up?
P&P Exotics in the house. Oh, what's going on? Jeremy and Holly, Snakes for the Memories. How are you guys? Tell me more about this get together. This weekend, long time no see. Yeah, you're an animal. You always come up. Crazy.
How long of a drive is it for?
I think it's like 7.5, 8 hours. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
You know, but
she's young.
Yeah. I mean, she does it. She's amazing. It's good. It's good. But yeah, she came up, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We had our expo. So she went to the expo and then she came here and hung out after, hung out with Cleo and I and Jeff. And then after we went to the keg and ate, and then she left. She's like, I'm heading back now. Just a machine. Love her.
Amazing.
Hicks Productions. So Monday. So can anyone good come out? So can anything good come out of a female cinnamon, 100% candy albino? Well, yeah. I mean, if the candy, so het candy albino. So is it a Toffino or Candino, or is it a double het candy albino? Or that's the thing, because it's actually
is it candy albino or candy and albino?
And albino, right? So, but
I love Candinos.
Yeah, I have a cinnamon toffino, which is sort of the same toffee candy. I have a cinnamon toffino. She just laid 12 eggs and 4 slugs. And she's beautiful. She's a big girl. She's in my 70 series. It's awesome looking. You want to put, I love Enchi and cinnamon. It's a lilac. It really adds some nice colors. There's a lot of different things. You might want to go on a long-term thing and do like candy clowns, candy pies, and it's really up to you, right? Reaper Bowls, what's up? Solar Xanos, what's going on?
How's it going?
Nocturnal Pythons, how you doing? Hey. Oh my God, man, look at this, man. France in the house. What's up, my man? Capra and Reptiles. My man Guillaume. French from France in the house.
Hicks says the mother was a cinnamon and the father is a Candino.
Oh, so it's a cinnamon, het candy, or het albino. It has to be one or the other.
Yep.
So, what's up, Mason? Do you feed while in shed? I do. How about you, Craig?
I'm in shed right now, and I just ate. So, yes.
Do you feed while in shed?
Okay.
I do it in the shed. I do it in the garage. I do it at the kitchen table. I do it in the house. I eat in the neighbor. I eat in restaurants. I feed everywhere I'm at, even if I'm in a shed. I can be in your shed and I'll eat.
I know who's not going to eat when they're in shed, pretty much. And typically I'll feed, but they won't eat. I
get a mix, depending, me too. Right? So it's a great question. So Mason's sort of new in this. He's into boas, and he's got a bunch of friends that are ball pythons and boas and have some experience. And but it's a great question, because when I got into this, there wasn't YouTube. There was YouTube, but there wasn't like live streams on animals and how we breed and Patreons, and there was no real information. And it was like, oh, if it's in shed, don't feed it. So I never did. And then, years go by, and it's like, why are you feeding it? It's in shed. Oh, because mine eat in shed. Oh, no, they don't eat in shed. It's like, who told you that? Well, that's what everybody says. Don't listen to those people.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't.
And there's a one in shed. Like, I'm talking blue, deep shed, puts the rat in, bam. I'm like, what the hell? No way. So I'm like, hey, okay, well, yeah, I never, I just didn't feed them, because when they were in shed, I just didn't feed them because that's what I was told. Now I put them in. The snake tells me if it eats. If it's in shed and it eats, it eats. If it's in shed and it doesn't eat, it doesn't eat. So I at least try. Now, the only thing that sucks is if you're doing frozen thawed.
Right.
Right? and you take a frozen thawed animal out, a frozen animal out in thought, and you try to feed it and it doesn't eat, well, that's sort of useless if you have, one snake. But boas, they're just machines, man. They don't really skip a beat. So that's something I would, if you have one or two, you might want to maybe grab one, but yours are two different sizes. It's something where I would take one, thaw it out, feed the one in shed. If it doesn't eat, I would feed the other one, and then you're good. But when you have a collection my size, if I had frozen thawed, I'd thaw a few out. I could do this, but I could always double feed another animal or do something. And so I say feed or at least
offer it.
Let the animal tell you if it's going to eat or not. Because I would say I'm 60, 70%, maybe even more. When they're in shed, they will eat. And I just did a whole, and I don't sort of look, I just sort of, okay, this rack gets fed and I feed 100 in a rack. And then the next one. So we fed 1,800 animals in one day. And
That's
we
crazy.
Went back and there was about 50, 60 that didn't eat because we did the rats. Remember how I do all the rats? So we took those out and went to another and put them in the other room. And I put ASFs in, and it got down to maybe 15 that didn't eat. But then when I looked at some of them are, I have yellow blacks, which she could be already, I haven't ultrasounded yet because when Austin came and ultrasounded last week, we did the ones that weren't building. So it could be where she's over 30 and is not interested. There were some that are in shed, and some are like, why are you not eating? Oh, I know why, because I really want you to breed this year.
Yeah.
That's why you're not eating. So it's those damn snakes. Like,
so when you say yellow blacks, it means
one last like the last time we ultrasounded it, she was over 25, but under 30.
That's what the black means. What does the yellow mean?
No, yellow. So this is how we do it.
Okay.
Yellow means 11 and up.
Okay.
So we put a yellow on.
Yeah.
That means she's at least over 11. Once we do a yellow black, she's over 25, but under 30. So yellow black, because then black means eggs. When we, in our language, she's gravid. She's over 30 mil. Mm-hmm. She's not technically gravid or going to lay eggs until she ovulates, which is more around the 42, 45 millimeter.
Yep.
But we put a yellow black to know that she needs one more lock, or she should get one more lock because within a couple weeks, she's over 30. So, and then once we put a black on, we stop feeding and stop pairing. So, back to this question, I would try. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Or you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to skip a week. It's fine to skip some animal weeks. They don't have to eat every week or every other week. You can skip a meal, right? So,
Josh from MCBR shared that, for him, it depends on how far in shed they are.
That's true too. Yeah.
But
I've had some that are so deep in shed, like the eyes are like metallic silver. They look like alley or those little what do you call it? Those balls.
Yes.
Like holy moly. And sure enough, no way. Poof. I'm like, holy moly. Sophia's in the house.
What's up?
Rob's in the house. There we go. Rob's in the house. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Oh, Paul from Large Marge. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Paul.
Ken, how you doing? Hunger's in the house. Audacious in the house. There's MCBR.
Nice.
There you go. Oh, look at this. Take it away, Craig. You take it away. I want to drink.
We got some great ideas out of the sessions on Epic that we watched. Well, I'm glad for that. The real goal was that you'd come away with some takeaways, and just to take you to that next step. Rob and Marklin and I were talking about a lot of the conferences that we've been to, and how sometimes I'll come away with the most random thing from a conference, and it'll just change everything the way I do something. I mean, I went to a conference once. Somebody just said one line, and on the plane ride home, I had designed a whole new piece of software because of that one line, you know?
Crazy.
And so that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that we inspire some people and get some good ideas. Talk about some great guests we had.
Yep.
You know, just awesome.
And another thing I like about that platform, okay, you can go to it and you can see the speaker. It's like nice indexed nicely. So people are like, hey, remember when you were doing that? Like I had somebody, the Da Vinci Boa, you know, I know you did a video. Do you know where it is? I mean, I couldn't find it on YouTube. Let me look. And I'm like, holy, like, you have to scroll through, you know, 300-400. Oh, is it this one? Nope. Go. Like, it's not easy, right?
Yep.
So here you can go. And what's good about this is I've watched a few. I ended up watching some and it's like, oh, you know what? I don't know where I left off. Let me start over. And I've watched it. And it's like a movie. Have you ever, and I'm sure, you know, people are going to say, oh yeah. Have you ever watched the movie more than once? And then you watch the second time, it's like, I don't even remember this part. I like this part.
Yes.
And then you watch it like a few years later and it's like, this is my favorite part. I'm like, I don't even remember this. What? You know, now there's another part. It's like, how did I watch? This is the third time watching it. And every time I'm getting something else, you extract different pieces. And I don't know how, if that's how your brain works or you're focused or, you know, something in, I really don't know, but I get that so much. I'll listen to something and it's like, no, yep, this is the one. How did I not hear this before? And it's really crazy. Yeah. And if you can go to this and watch it over, especially, you know, like a little refresher, like, you know what, they were talking about podcast stuff. Oh, let me go to it. And, oh, you can pull something new or, oh, I didn't even hear this last time. It's a great and it's easy. It's easy to find.
All in one place.
It's good. It's good where other people can refer. You know, because if you have somebody else like, hey, I'm looking at this, you know, or, you know, I really like to get some information on this. It's like, hey, go to epic.live, sign up, because this isn't the one and done. There's going to be another one in 6 months from now.
Yep.
Different speakers, maybe different topics or stuff adding on to the topics. So it's something where it's like Craig said, it's a great resource in one place. But I definitely got a lot of catching up to do on it. So, and then I was like a kid in a candy store, right? So when it first launched, I'm like, you know, watch Brian for a bit. Okay, cool. Okay. And let me go to this one. And I'm back and forth and going, you know, and it's like, shit, did I miss something? Like, it's just crazy. So I'm going to actually, instead of, you know, getting bits and pieces, I'm going to go and actually watch this one and then watch this one. But I like the way it was, and I was glad to be a part of it. And I appreciate you asking me on, and hope I did a good job, everybody. And
you did a great job. It was really, it was concentrated crack Billy right there, man. It was great.
There you go.
Matter of fact, we got a comment about that. Someone said Billy was just so focused and so on fire. It was great to get 30 minutes of concentrated.
Oh, really?
Billy.
Cool. Yeah. Because that's another thing too, is because I can ramble, I can go off, and you know,
you did great.
I talked to, you know, Nikki and Kurt prior, and I'm like, hey, you know how I can just go off, and you know, if you need to reel me back, like just reel me back, you know, because, you know, hey, so
it's great.
But no, it's awesome. I appreciate it. It was fun. Mark, how you doing? Brotherhood Exotics in the house.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing? Fighter? How you doing, my man? Ledka, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So let's see. Where are we? Cleo's looking always so cute.
She's back there.
That's Craig. She's like, her eyes open up. It's like,
what's up, Cleo?
hi, baby girl. You're a good girl. But yeah, she's my baby. Love her to death. I love her to death. Let's see. Montana Mike, what's up? Oh shit, Patrick.
Hey.
How you doing, brother?
How's it going, Pat?
Chi-Town in the house.
What's going on?
Oh shit, look at this. A tornado came through across the street from us. No major damage. Holy God. I'll take a hurricane over a tornado. Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know enough about the two. I just don't want to take either of them.
Tornadoes can be that way. They can just go down one street and miss another street. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. It's just, and it's funny because they actually came from Florida, and everyone I know in Florida, it's just like every other week there's some
That's right.
fucking shit happening. It's just like that would stress the shit out of me. You know what I mean?
We once lived in a place that was in a little bit of a valley, and there was a hill on each side. And every time a tornado came over, it would just hop over us, and we could see it.
No way.
And it would just hop over the dip and never go into the valley. Scary.
Wow. Look at this. Have some great upcoming clutches, all due to ovulate over the next few weeks. Super stoked for 2025.
Excellent.
There you go. Love to hear that.
He's got an awesome collection.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Ready?
I'm ready.
Congrats.
Sweet.
First ever. There you go. That's sick.
That's great.
Congratulations. There you go. Oh, 7 days sooner than expected. That's even better. That's awesome. Congrats.
That's the best.
Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, big 5-5, baby. 55.
Awesome.
Woo. So, Eric's in the house. What's going on, my man? ERS. Ah, the Pie Man. There you are. What's up, Dwight?
Hey, Dwight.
Let's see. Anyone new popping in?
Here's what I now know about Dwight. He's a master of deep cuts of music. So he'll send me something, usually from my youth, that just really hits.
Oh, awesome.
He sends me great stuff.
So from your youth, so like Fleetwood Mac, Led Zeppelin, Judas Priest, like that type, or
just mostly jazz. So
jazz. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking rock and roll.
Jazz or fusion or funk. You know.
Here I am, rock and roll. Yeah, I'm ramming off all these names, and
I mean, I was doing all that too.
Yeah,
I was listening to everything.
Led Zeppelin, baby.
For sure. For sure.
Anyone want to keep me company this time around? Going to see Billy?
Road trip.
Yeah. Well, if fucking Chad from Richie's Recessives had his, his passport, he could come with her. She's just down the street from him.
Yep.
But yeah, the only thing is Miss Cleo will not be around. She's going to see her brother and mommy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she's going to the X's for a few days. So, I will miss her but she's going to get lots of loving over there. So if you're coming to see Cleo, it's not going to help because she ain't going to be here. It's only me, baby. And you're going to see like, fuck, I ain't coming now. Oh, shit, we were coming. Now we ain't. Yeah, I just lost a bunch of people coming. Damn, I shouldn't have said anything. Damn. Let's see. There's the Candino part. There's Anna. Enchi and Albino are sweet. Enchi and Cinnamon, Lilac is a great combo too. Anything dark, albino confusion, albino leopards, albino cinnamons, albino black pastels. Anything dark with albino really. I have an albino super asphalt, and she's a breeder. She looks amazing. So anything dark, adding albino, it gives you a total different contrast, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so we'll talk about that while it's brought up right now. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, no benefit at all to anything. The snakes, the person. I don't know. I don't know what was going on through his head, or if there was anything obviously not going through his head. I just don't. Hey, let's get these animals and start tossing them in the air and juggle them. Yeah, I don't comprehend it.
That guy's not a nobody, right? He's a known quantity.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, he's been keeping a lot longer than many people watching, probably
Mm.
even longer than myself.
Mhm.
But he's been boas. But unfortunately, if anyone doesn't really know who Jeremy Stone is, if you want to type up Princess Diamond Boa, Brazil, smuggled, anything like that. I mean, there's National Geographic did a segment on it. Interpol was involved. The authorities came over from Brazil to, get the smuggled animal back, and how they tried to plan to smuggle it with the false belly. His sister came with a false belly to do a test run to get on a cruise ship to go to another island to fly out of it. So you could, instead of flying out of Brazil, they wouldn't let her on the plane, on the boat. And I mean, it's just like, holy shit. But just a crazy story. And
That's how I explain my beer gut is, I'm just here to smuggle
try to
boas.
yeah. I'm just seeing if
It's fake.
my false stomach
Yeah,
can use to be smuggling shit out of the country.
that's all it is.
Or in,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna wear it, you might as well, do the trip there and bring shit and then a trip back. Double your profits. I don't know,
Sure.
but yeah, it's just crazy. So, I mean, unfortunately, this is the second time he's been in the limelight, and it's both not been positive.
Yeah.
So, you see a lot of comments, smuggling, juggling, it rhymes, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's just sad. And, we're all under the microscope. I mean, it's just, I mean, people are human, people make mistakes, but I mean, knocking something over or being uncareful or, I'm fast. I talk fast. Sometimes I move too fast to do something. It's an accident. Taking animals out of deli containers and then, throwing them around, and you see the snakes are like it's just not cool. And I don't know. I mean, I've been in this industry for a long time, 30 years now. The community is way better. A lot of people are helping.
Yeah.
Things like Epic are around, Patreons, YouTube. There's podcasts. There's a lot of information and people willing to help. There's a lot of good. Okay. There's also a lot of shit. There's also a lot of keyboard warriors. There's also a lot of people that stick in clicks and it sucks. Shipping this, the check mark, like no one is ever going to do anything and keep everybody happy. You made a new gene, you named it wrong. Oh, we don't like the name. Oh, you priced it too high. Oh, this and that. Or, pictures aren't being really taking, they're being overexposed. And then the shipping animals at 60 grams for a fucking ball python. There's always going to be something. And, it just seems like every month, every week, there's something going on. It's not going to stop, and it's unfortunate because the people that really want us to lose our rights and not have these animals, they can sit back and just watch us fucking destroy each other, which is sort of sad, right? Like, all these people doing live feedings. Why? Why do people do live feedings? For fucking views. Wow. You're going to threaten our industry or do things that for views. There's been a bunch of people, and I hope I haven't done it. I don't know. I mean, no one's really said anything, but I don't try to do anything like, oh, let me get Drake and let me try giving him a kiss, right? Oh, he bites my fucking lip off. Like, oh my God, you're an idiot. Like, you see stuff like that, trying to kiss your animals. It's just not good because, especially if you're doing shit for likes. Let's do something so that people can watch. Let's there's a lot of big YouTubers doing shit for fucking views only, stressing out the animal, doing things that if you weren't getting likes or you didn't have a channel, you wouldn't even think of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. But there's so many people, and I'm not going to say, but there's a bunch of individuals. As soon as something's wrong in the fucking industry,
They love it.
that motherfucker's posting it up. Oh,
They love
and
it.
you know what? Okay, so you're not doing anything to make the problem. Like, you're not the one juggling. You're not the one, whining about the shipping. You're not the one whining about the label or the blue thing for the verified seller. You're not the one for this or for that.
You're just the one making the meme.
You're the one fucking putting it up there. Like, you're doing that for fucking likes. Because you know what? None of us give a fuck about your goddamn opinion, right? And like, I mean, I say what I say, but I have a fucking channel, right? If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I do this so that I can help. People ask for my opinion. I'll tell it to you. I don't hide behind it. I tell you what I don't like. I'll give it to you real and raw. But you don't see me every fucking minute. There's a disaster on my feed. You know what I mean? Like, you're only doing that to get fucking likes and people coming to you. Why don't you stop doing that and put effort into your fucking animals in your collection and maybe educate yourself better and get more likes because you make better animals or you have more advice or you have more experience. Here you get experience, you get answers, you'll get a rant, you'll get my opinion. You get more than me just, oh, look what this person did. Oh, look at these people. Look at these people. Wow. You're a fucking parrot in the industry. That's all you are, is a fucking parrot. Burp, 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 burp. Wow. And it's funny. It's just crazy, I don't get why we have to, and I understand people sharing this. Like I said, like, wow, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, I want to share it and say, hey man, like, this is not cool. But then when I went through, 5 seconds I saw it 10 other times, I don't need to post it. Right.
Yeah.
And then you see people in the comments trying to defend him. Like, I don't see that either. Like, how do you defend that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a defense. And then there's people saying, well, wow, like, why are you sharing this and exposing this so other people can watch? Because we're also trying to show people not what the fuck to do and something that's not cool. I get it. There's different sides because, I said, you know what? There's so many people sharing it. I don't need to. That was my decision. But I immediately, I'm like, holy fuck, I want to share this. I don't need to share it. I think a lot of people might be sharing it because they're going to get fucking posts or people commenting or traction. I don't want people coming to my page because I'm ranting. You'll get it once in a while. That's obviously, you guys know that. But in 500-600 YouTube videos, I might have 5 rants. What's that? 1%? 1% of my YouTube videos is a rant. Okay. Here, you might get 3 in a fucking night. You never know. Right. So, but I'm not here to go off. I do when I feel it's good and it needs to be exposed but I don't want to have a page and look back at my Facebook posts and everything on it be, oh, look what this guy did. Look at this guy whining. Look at this guy doing this. Why can't we all get along? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Anyways, my rant over, I guess, for now.
Billy rant.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I get it. It's not
shit. Don't just post shit. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I wonder what I can post. I wonder who fucked up today. What are you, TMZ? Like, for fuck's sakes, like, just looking for trash to throw out there so that you can get views.
There are a few people that do that. Yeah,
I fucking hate those people. Right?
Yeah. And from the content side, we tend to jump on all the things that are the controversies, but in fact, there's that time you're never going to get back. and there are more consequential things you could be talking about. There are
Right.
more consequential things. And there are things that are more important and more valuable to discuss. Not that you can't have
Correct.
just shoot the shit, but anyway.
I don't mind if there's something that really bugs you, like you seeing someone juggle fucking animals or doing something that, like, I get it. I hey, this really hits fucking home. I'm going to talk about it. But then this, it's like everything you talk about is the shit in our industry. It's like you're stirring the pot. Oh, this will bring me people coming because everyone has their own ball. It's not a good look. You know,
it's also, it's not exactly a portrait in courage to say juggling snakes is bad.
You know,
it's pretty, you feel dumb when you say it out loud. Juggling snakes is bad.
Look at this. Finally had my first ovulation. NT Ultramel times Blackhead Mojave Ed Ultramel. Yeah, those are animals for me, baby. Yeah.
Awesome.
NT Blackhead Mojave Ultramel, man. Come on, bring it. Nocturnal. Any tips on getting males locking? I have a few females building, confirmed with ultrasounding, but no confirmed lock yet on some pairings. Okay, so I basically, how I do it, I find the follicle size, anything over 11, to me is when I first introduce a male. I put a male in, okay? And another thing, I always extract the hemipenes. So I go and I push, I get the hemipenes, and I take out the sperm plugs or the dried skin or whatever you want to call it, because technically they're not, sperm plugs, but I call them sperm plugs because the skin that builds up and the dry sperm that stops, it plugs them up. Where if you push it, and you'll see the hemipenes, and you keep pushing, you can actually pull dried skin, semen. Some of it's really I've pulled one of the ones out that are an inch thick and rock crusty hard. I do that, one, to make sure that they're producing semen, and two, clearing the paths. I put them in. I usually wipe the sperm that comes out on my finger on the back of the female. And no, there's no joke behind this. This is what I do. It's not called like a Dirty Sanchez or anything like that. It's just here, wipe it on the back, because now she is scented with the male. I don't know if it works, but I do that. But I definitely think popping the male and seeing if sperm's there or clearing out the paths is amazing. And I put the male in. I'm not checking every hour to see if they lock. I leave them. I usually wait the next day, and then I come in first thing in the morning and I look. 80% of them will be locked. Sometimes, and I leave them for 2 or 3 days. So with as many animals as I have, I don't really record the lock or go looking for it. I actually, if I have time, I go through and I'll look, and I'm like, oh, cool. I'll take a couple pictures. I do that once in a while. So I don't technically confirm locks. If I see it, I see it. But I wouldn't keep going every hour. And I do believe when you put a female in, a male in with the female, I would leave them overnight, or, 6, 7, 8 hours later, go check. Because usually if they lock within an hour or two, they're going to stay locked for, a good 10 to 12 hours. So if you put them in the morning, check before you go to bed and check in the morning. I usually pair mine around lunchtime, or, between 10 and 2 p.m. So 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. lunchtime, anywhere in those 4 hours or so. I don't really check at night, though I have. If it's like, oh, I can't wait, like, is this fucker pairing? I want this pairing. I'll look, because it's like, I'm so excited I just put the male in. But most of the time the next day, if I do look, they're paired. So try to do that. There's also, on our Patreon, we had Bob Vu on one of the access granted sessions. And he said, you can put a male. Actually, that wasn't to get him breeding. That was to get the female building. But I'll talk about that right now. So he said when a female isn't really building, in order for her to start sort of getting in that mood or whatever, he'll put a proven breeder male in a snake bag. Make sure that bag is tight so he doesn't get out. And you put him in, and the scent, the smells, and I guess it might trigger her to start building. But for males, anything you've done, Craig? Or
Well, the first thing is, just because you don't see a lock doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's the first thing.
another male's shed in the tub, or that's one too.
Second thing, from experience, I get paranoid and I double check the sexes of both of them, and I repop the male and just make sure. Matter of fact, I bought a female from a big breeder who raised it up to an adult and thought it was a male and couldn't get it to lock, and then checked this, found out it was a female, sold it to me. So it was I think the main thing is to try again later, and not right away, but try again later. Here's a good one from Josh. He says, if it's a young male, he might not lock until she hits 18, 20 millimeters. Give him patience until he figures it out. Don't keep trying. Space it out a few weeks at a time. Yeah. So just be patient. You can't make it happen. That's the good thing is they do it on their own, but you can't make it happen.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You might, if you were in like the snake porn industry, you could be right in there. It's like, no, here, let go, and just try to position them and maybe help them out. I don't know.
Instagram is snake porn.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all these locks.
But I mean, to make it happen, right? Yeah. Like to make the magic happen. It's funny. You don't even know. I mean, there could be like, Imagine 5 years ago, it's like, how are these guys getting like all the success? Oh, they're actually in there and they're tickling with the feather and they're doing this. You never know, right? Like, the special, vanilla scent or something in the corner and with a fan. I don't know. You never know, right? Proper lighting. Shit, we've all been doing it wrong. I've been doing this for 30 years and I've done it wrong the entire time. Damn it. You never know, So, yeah, Chad. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, I went to look at another building today, a commercial building. I really like it. I'll probably be putting an offer in, hopefully this week on the property. And I'll be out of here mid-September. So
pays to keep looking, doesn't it?
It definitely does. Yes.
Because this is a new one you found, right?
It is. And I liked it better than the other one. AMP Universe. How you doing? Sky High says that's amazing. Not zero. That's amazing percentage on eat to no eat ratio. When I switched from feeding once a week to every 2 weeks, none have refused since the switch, unless it's breeding male. Yeah. So that's one thing that I've noticed 100% is when I went to feed from weekly to every 2 weeks, they're hungry. Their stomach's empty. The food from 2 weeks ago is fully digested. They're hungry. I get a very, very low percentage of non-eaters. I also don't get that 1,000-gram wall. They just keep going, because I remember at the old place, I'd have so many animals, females, that hit that 1,000-gram wall. And it's like, oh, damn it. Like, try to eat. And then, then I would actually order less rats because a lot of them weren't eating. Now I don't have that problem, which is great. So maybe that's something that is correlated with feeding too much, that wall, because I don't have it. I've been feeding the way I have now almost 6 years.
There's 3 variables you do. You feed less often, you feed smaller meals, and you feed ASFs. Those are the 3 variables.
Yeah, but I mean, like this week, I fed everything rats.
Yeah. Which you do once a month or so, right?
No, once every 4 to 6 weeks, I'm gonna sort of I like doing it that way, giving them a break, a different meal. The rats are way larger than the ASFs. Doesn't mean it's a more healthier or they're gonna obtain as much out of it because there's more bone and skin and fur in a larger rodent. But I like that change. So anybody that says, oh, once you feed them ASFs, they'll never go back, that's a load of horse shit. Because I have just in my breeder room, let's see, 53. Get a calculator out, Matt. Ready?
I'm ready.
So 53. Is it 53? So 11. So do 11 times 4, which is 44.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 rows of 3, which is 9. That should be 53. So 53 times that by 6. And then do add 80. How many females is that? 4 something?
398.
398. That's how many females I have in my breeding room, okay, that are breeding size. Out of there, I fed everyone a small. I fed some of my big ones a medium. And the smalls, like when I pull a small rat out compared to like, a large ASF, it's almost twice the size. I put them in, boof, 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 boof. Out of that, I think 40 or 50. I should actually write it down, but I think I pulled 40 or 50 out that didn't eat for various reasons. And then once I do that, I move them and I feed them in my other room to my large ones that are almost ready to go into the adult room from the whole back room into the adult room. And then what I do is I go with large ASFs and the ones that are red, I do that. And then I think I took off like 30, 35. So there's only 15 or so animals of those 398 that didn't eat an ASF or a rat. But I'll tell you one thing, if I'm feeding ASFs 80% of the time, and then I have 398 animals that I feed a big rat to in 6 weeks or 8 weeks every once in a while, and 95% of them eat, fuck, oh, they'll never go back to AS or to rat. That's so bullshit. And if I went to mice, they'd eat mice too. I mean, that's just like, and I've been doing this for years. It's not just, oh, this was a fluke. No, this is the data that I have that I'm willing to share. And if you don't believe me, come here and I'll do it in front of you. Like, this is how it works. Because if it didn't work, why the hell would I be buying 400 fucking rats to feed if they're not eating them? That's a $1,500 fucking waste of money. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it works, and that's why I do it. And that's why I share it. If you don't want to do it, then don't. I'm just sharing you what I do and my results. But so many people say, oh, rats, you got to feed rats, and you got to feed them weekly. Okay. I had a female lay 12 eggs and 4 slugs. Yeah. Yep. Selective. What's up, my man?
How's it going, Jared?
What's up? We have Luke. What's good?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, my man? Glad you're here. Oh, there's the other Chad. Hyperspace. How you doing, my man?
Hey.
Had to pull rats. Long weekend. Pushed my feedings to the next 2 days. Yeah. The joy of having to shift or something, something came up. So you got to sort of postpone everything. That's just what we do, man. And it's not going to be the last, unfortunately, and I think he's a little pissed because he was on that mission. Everything good, fucked his back up. Now everything's behind. Right. Now he's trying to get back everything to a nice smooth. Nope, man. It don't work no matter how hard you want it, brother. That's how, that's what makes us so strong. We have to adapt and we got to overcome all these little things to do what we do.
Yep.
Wise guys in the house. What's up? Okay. Look, Wiz.
How's it going?
Look at that new logo. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that.
It's great.
Fresh off of work. Thanks for popping in.
Talk about a great epic episode. Him and Keys did a great one with
I
Mike.
haven't seen that one.
It's a good one.
They were on the same time I was.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So I haven't seen it yet. I got a lot of epic replay gang stuff to watch. So Mark says I'm hanging in there. Rough year for life in general, but looking up now. That's good, man. Thanks for popping in, and I'm glad you're hanging in. I hope things get better. And that's like for everybody. Like, we all go through our little things. Life's not great all the time. Surgeries, unexpected things happen in our lives, work, tragedies with the weather. Like, if it ain't going to kill us, it's going to make us stronger. That's how you got to look at it. But glad you're here, brother. Appreciate it, Mark. Easy, Miguel. I missed the rants. One comment would just send Billy off. It'd be like, I got a 70. Shit. Yeah, you guys know me oh so well. But no, but it does bother me because it's fucking ventable. It's really preventable. And if you think about it, like, I just don't understand someone's like, you pick up a snake that's like hardly established. And if you call a 70-gram fucking ball python established, you need your head fucking shook. Like, oh, hi, this is established. I feel comfortable putting this in a box and shipping it overnight and giving it to a person. And I hope they have the requirements needed like I do with like, it's just like shake your head and no, you know what? This isn't right. It's not rocket science. Like, fuck, it really isn't.
See, Miguel made a perfect point. He just put that quote in the mail and it sent you off on a mini rant.
There you go. Hey, yeah. Hey, man. Hi, Coast. What's going on, guys? Miss you guys. When am I coming to Europe? I'm not sure yet. I got a lot going on. I've got a lot of stuff here because in the next 5-6 months, I'm looking at purchasing a facility and moving. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm a lot more hands-on here. I got the rat production and there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm still trying to ramp up the Patreon. I'm going to have a couple announcements this week for Patreon with upcoming segments, some cool stuff coming to Patreon. And I've got an egg cutting video that I've already cut. I'm waiting for them to shed so I can do the update. A lot more YouTube videos are going to start rolling out. So I'm not 100% sure. I would love to come out and see my man Jean-Francois and High
Coast Reptiles.
What's that? Oh, High Coast, yeah. So, but not 100%. A worst case scenario, once I get settled in, I'll probably come to I haven't been to Ham. I'll be coming to Ham in December, if worst case scenario. But I also want to try to make it to the UK this year. So, not sure. But besides that, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Batter up, baby.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm not repping anybody. I guess you could say I'm repping the Herp and Harbins because, I'm wearing the Tennessee orange.
Yeah, or you could be repping Go for Coco.
Go for Coco. That's true.
You could be repping
HUSBANDRY.PRO.
HUSBANDRY.PRO. See that? Orange, baby. Yeah.
And then I got my barbecue hat on.
There you go. But I hope all is well. Miss you guys. Let's see. I'm going to skip through some stuff. Wish you lots of luck, my man. Wish you lots of luck. I got a lot of those coming too. 55 is the new 35. We'll see. Sure don't feel like it. Tell my bones and my body that. I'm just trying to skip through so we can get caught up a little. There we go. For all show vendors, seen a lot of ill animals as well as animal abuse lately. If you see this, please speak up. This is not cool and makes the hobby look bad. It makes the hobby, it makes the industry, it makes the people. There's nothing good that can come in any way, shape, or form looking at sick animals, definitely abused animals, poor conditioned animals. There was one where someone had a gecko and it looked so fucking dehydrated. Like, how do you not? You're a vendor, a keeper, a breeder. Looking at this animal, how can you look at it and put it on your fucking table? Never mind in your facility, your home, or wherever you're keeping these animals. How can you not look at that an animal and go, wow, yeah, I want this to represent my company. But not only representing your company, you're looking at it and go, this animal needs some fucking help.
Mhm.
Something is wrong. But let's sell it, put it on your table, make you look bad, make the show look bad, make our industry look bad. Just like, I don't know if this was Donna or Chris, or the combination. I'm sure they both feel the same way. This is ridiculous. Same thing about the 70-gram snake. I think this is comfortable to put in a box and ship. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. And an ill animal, if an animal's sick, how can you look at it and still display it on your table? It's not good. It's going to cost you a lot more in the long run because no one's going to want to buy your sick animals. You're going to get a bad name. No one's going to want you at their expo. Take care of your animals. It's crazy. But and do point it out, because you know what people do? They take pictures of it. They post it. They share it. It goes viral, not only to our industry, but people outside our industry. And they're going to use these pictures and everything else for these people doing things wrong against the people that are doing it right and give a shit. So,
sometimes people ask if they can, yeah, Josh.
I juggle too many things on a daily basis to add fucking snakes to the list. Oh my God.
Sometimes when I'm vending at a smaller show and someone will say, can I just carry this animal around with me around all the different tables? And I'm like, I wouldn't leave it in the bag, or leave it. Sometimes I sell it with the whole enclosure and everything, leave it in the enclosure, because there's just, a lot of shows are not that, strict about going around and inspecting the animals. And not only, I will say, one great thing about Bob Vu's show, they don't let you bring pets in. You can't bring a snake in from the outside.
Yeah, and for good reasons too. Makes sense.
I mean, I understand why people want to, because it's the one time they can take their snake someplace and they'll be normal. But it's like, and people will appreciate it, but it's not good biosecurity.
Correct. Nick, I'm a large now. I am a large, baby. Oh my God. That's a fucking shirt right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't juggle. I sure jiggle. Love it. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
I don't juggle, but I do jiggle. Oh my God. Wow. Let's see. I'm just trying to go through. So this is the smuggling part. Let's see. I'm just trying to keep going so I can get everybody's questions. I'm 20 minutes behind. No, I'm 30 minutes behind. Oh, Billy. But we get into the yapping. Just time flies, eh?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, there you go. I do the same. I've actually contacted them like, hey, and I usually look because it's normally new people. So I just say, hey, how you doing? Whether they've heard of me or not, I just do it like, hey, how you doing? I understand that you do, live feedings. You might get a lot of views. I said, but it's really looked down upon in the industry and it's not good, like blah, blah, blah. And some people just tell me to go fucking, walk a duck. And others are like, oh, thanks, sorry, I didn't know. I'll take it down. But I do that. And if they keep doing it, I just remove it. Right? Because I don't need to see it. I don't want to be a part of promoting somebody that does it. Let's see. So I'm just trying to just go through, see if there's anybody else. Yeah, taking out the trash. Snake Man Pat, what's going on? Justin, Ozark Mountain Morse, how you doing? Just trying to.
What's up, Justin?
Billy the snake fluffer. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh wow.
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
Yeah, play some Kenny G to set the mood. Jen says hi, right back at you. Angel, how you doing, man?
Hey, Angel.
Hey. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, Brittany says every ASF eater I've gotten has switched to rats. Ryan, Prince Exotics. Yeah, pimpin'. Let's see. Oh, Black Box Reptile Cages and Rack Systems. How you doing?
Great company out of Georgia. Good to see you guys. Talk about Bob's show. They had a huge crew at Bob's show.
Oh, cool.
Large setup and did great.
Ready? Black Box. Let me just see.
It's good stuff. Very competitive with all the other folks with the designs and the pricing and very good stuff.
Black Box Cages, not even following them. 4,649 followers now. Cool. I'll check them out.
Yep. They're great.
Cool. Definitely. That's awesome. Thanks for popping in. It's new to see you. That's great. And if there's anybody else that I'm not following on Instagram because I'm not on there as much as I should be, I'm going to start trying to work on that. Hit me up. And as long as you've got more than 10 and you're posting stuff I want to see, I don't do, like for like or follow for follow. I'll follow you because you got shit I want to see, and if that changes and the shit that you're posting I don't want to see, I'll delete your ass. I mean, that's easy, Tyson, RT Royals, how you doing? First time I've seen you. Heart of the Python, how are you guys?
Good to see you guys.
What's up?
Give my best to the kids.
I have not invested in the Tango gene. I am. So what I'm going to do, and it's one of those things I've wanted to do for a while, but always curve balls come in and there's always something. I want to every year add a new gene that's on my radar to my arsenal. I'm going to do one and I'm going to do it properly. And I would like to do that. And this is the second year that I thought I'd be doing it, but I'm not. I'm acquiring another commercial building to be more, but I would like to next year. Maybe it doesn't happen until 2027, but it's something I want to do. But there are a lot of cool genes that are out there. I don't know all about them. I've got too many things that I can't really concentrate on. That's why, if I see something, I like to see what other people see, and I go look into it more. If a lot of people are giving it a little bit of hype, and then I do my own research on it. So, let's see. Me too, man. Definitely me too. Let's see.
Oh, I got a new camera.
Oh yeah, check this out.
It's not set up right. Lighting isn't right, but it's ObSpot Tail 2 follows you around. So it's mostly for when I do cleanings and stuff like that, and I want to stream it.
So this would be a good camera if you were running from a tornado.
Yes, or the law.
Or the law. Yeah. There
Mhm.
you go. So Miguel says, I unfortunately don't even take snakes out of the displays unless they're considering purchasing. Mites at show has gotten pretty bad, and it's a risk I don't want to take. A lot of, there's like, and that's just keepers, not caring, not putting in the extra. There's a lot, it's pretty crazy.
Best advice I ever got was from Scott and Jordan on that, and that was to have an ambassador snake that everybody gets to hold and then just give it away at the end of the day.
So Virgil says, I fell for this crap not too long ago, nothing but problems. 81 gram, rare, single gene animal, assist feeding. I let the guy know, and he tells me the animal was good on his feeding schedule. At 81 grams, he didn't really have a feeding schedule. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
hasn't had his fifth hopper even.
Fuck. Like, one and done. Yeah, my feeding schedule. I fed it once, it ate. Fucking awesome. Why isn't it eating for you? Like, crazy. And that's the thing, I can sit and bitch and complain, and guess what? When people do this, I just don't buy from them anymore. That's all I do, right? I don't want to be put in this position, and I definitely will never repeat this protocol or this habit and do it to someone else. I'll fucking feed your animal, and like Virgil, actually, I mean, I had a package for him, a male and 4 females. And normally I do a group, I do packages for my Patreon, a male and 3 females, 4 females, never 4 males. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. And usually almost all the time they're meant for each other, right? And not in a long shot type of way. They're meant for each other.
Right. They can actually make, if they're a project, they can actually make the project.
Yeah. Not like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're not going to get into that. But I shipped him 4 snakes going, oh, okay. And I didn't realize I forgot his male. Well, his male at the time was a hatchling. Well, this thing's going to be, it's probably 500-600 grams. I haven't weighed it, but I mean, it's been here for 4 months. It's definitely going to be a lot bigger, and, but it was big enough to ship. I like to ship 120, 130, 150 grams,
Mm-hmm.
Is my minimum. The higher, the better for me. But getting an animal at 81 grams, like, wow. Not cool. It's not good. And then, these people should be doing enough of this where, hopefully they feel that the people aren't repeat customers, and maybe they're like, I wonder why I'm not getting any repeat business. Well, maybe it's because of what you're doing. Maybe they change, maybe they don't. But for you to reach out to a person and say, hey, if I sent you an animal, it's 300 grams. And it's like, hey, Billy, this fucking animal is nice and big. It's great, but I haven't got it to eat. I've had to assist feed it a few times. I've rented some Da Vinci. I would still help you out. Not like, oh, well, guess what? It was great on my feeding schedule. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And that's at any age, not even at 81, man. You want to stick with people that are there to support you and your animals through your process, and it's sad, but a lot of people, I don't need it because I'm doing so well. So when is it where you really count customer service and animal quality and health, like this? And then it's like, I'm making big bucks. Fuck my customer. Fuck the health. Fuck, like, not cool. If you're not growing this way, it's gonna go like this, and then it's gonna crash. It definitely is. You know, don't think of it as building a business. You're building a reputation. You should care for your fucking animals, and you should care of how those animals are going to make it and do at other people's facilities, or in a cage, in an enclosure, in a rack, whatever. I like that. Hey, Billy, those 2 animals you got fucking getting eggs. Hey, Billy, that other animal proved out. Hey, I got 9 eggs out of her. That is what I would like to hear. Not like, oh yeah, it still hasn't eaten for me. Like, wow, well, what do you want to buy a new snake that might eat for you? Like, not good. You know, I got return customers because the animals are doing exactly, and if not more than they wanted. They're healthy, they're eating, they're building, they're giving eggs, they're hitting great odds, they're proving out, you know. So, you know, you will feel it down the road when we're in a small pool of people, and you're destroying your reputation and your animal quality and service, and people are being affected by it in a negative way. They're not going to come back. And if you do, and you get burned again, well, that's on you, you know. So I'm going to put this up.
You ever refuse to sell a snake to somebody because you think they're not going to take care of it?
I will say yes to this because it is true. I'm going to say thank you for all being part of tonight's live. I'll continue love and support. You guys are awesome. Like you guys already know. And thanks for Craig, even though he went through, 100 old man hours to do Epic, into that. He's still here helping, but we're still going to continue. I just want to put that up. I have, because I know the person. I know they've, and it's not in the States, but it was here in Canada. I know they've always had mite infestations. They've always had sick snakes. They're always, other people are saying, oh my God, I bought this. Have you ever dealt with this person? I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, I did this, and then they did this, and then apparently the snake died. I didn't get a picture. They want their money back, and this and that. And you hear that by 5 or 6 other people. Okay, well, what's the key denominator here? This person. Well, if this is happening with multiple people, from what I'm hearing, imagine the shit you're not hearing. I don't want to do that. There's no amount of money in the world that I'm going to send an animal to knowing it's destined for fucking, I'm not that hard up that I can't keep it in one of my racks and feed it a rat I produce, until the right person comes that will respect that animal, care for that animal, and do right by that animal. I'm not that hard up.
I almost had to once. I was at a show, and this guy just would not agree with me as to the care and type of enclosure. And he just would not agree with me. And because he was more concerned that the animal, that people see that he had a snake and the way he wanted to keep it. He was more concerned with that than
the actual care,
the actual care of the animal
and what the animal
needs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy, right?
But I finally got him to, agree to certain things, and he picked up a couple things there at the show that I was like, okay, you can have this animal now. But I was about to say, buddy, I got to tell you, I know more about this than you. You don't have any snakes, and you need to give them what they want.
So I bought my first ball pythons this year. I received 4 from multiple breeders in the 80, 90 gram range. I believe it is. I hope that they are, you haven't had any issues with feeding or stuff like that. I would say 100 to 110 grams if somebody's coming and picking it up at your facility or at an expo. But I like that. I mean, under 100, I won't even display it on my fucking table. It's just something that I don't want to have. I don't want to have that attached to my name or my company. You know, if I can't feed it for another 3-4 fucking weeks, you know, to make sure it's a well-established animal, and give a customer a really, you know, great starting animal, I'm not going to do it. You know, there's people that get animals 60, 70, 40, 80. And if they're not eating or they got to assist feed, and don't forget, some people get animals and they put them in enclosures instead of a rack system.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have a lot more stress on a little animal in a bigger enclosure with parameters and maybe heat and humidity that's not as bang on or as stagnant, and as control without that fluctuation as having, you know, a smaller tub. Because when I missed every morning, great. For the first couple hours, the humidity's great. And then for the next 6 until you missed it at night, it's shit. You know, big swings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cleo, relax. What are you doing? Relax. I'm almost done. Silly. She's going nuts. But yeah, I mean, I hope they're doing well. I will never ship a snake under 120, 130. Like I try to get it as big as I can. Nuts. So here we go, Eric. In my opinion, 5 consecutive meals and over 110 before I consider letting go. And this is something that you as a breeder, okay, it's an animal, the animal's quality, the look, the health, and what it does at the new customer or owner's place has a huge reflection on you. Oh, every animal I buy from Billy doesn't eat. It doesn't grow. You know, they're just, you know what? I'm not happy with them.
Yeah,
well, they're going to tell 5 people, and they're not going to buy snakes because, like, you've got to have, you know, in this business, repeat business. But not only that, you want to sell an animal to somebody that's going to benefit them by giving them happiness, growing, eating, giving. Like, most people buy snakes from me in order to grow and to breed and to make more snakes. And if they do that and they're getting the right genetics and they're doing that, they're, oh my God, they're happy and they're growing, and then they're going to sell to other people and keep that train growing, right? They keep repeating information. And if you start selling animals at 80, 90 grams, and you're going to get more people calling you and you're going to get a bad name and you wonder why you didn't make it. Like, I don't get why some of these big breeders ship them out at 70, 80 grams. I fucking don't get it. I'd be appalled. Like, you know, and it's funny because I can tell you there's 4 breeders that I used to buy a lot from. And I've got one that I was very unhappy with, but everything else good. But listening to everybody else, I haven't spent $1 with them in 4 years. And I don't give a fuck who they are, what they have, how great it is. I do not want to support them. And that's what I feel. And that's what I believe in. And hey, guess what? I don't have to support people that I don't want to support, you know? And if it doesn't make a difference, it makes a difference in what I'm feeling and what I feel inside and what I want to buy and support. It makes a difference to me, who I support and what I do and the animals I get. If they still become, you know, bigger and better and they become like the biggest in the world, don't give a shit. I'm not helping them do that. And that's just me. Right? So, Jeremy, what's going on?
How's it going, Jeremy?
You know, and I'll just go back. And it's funny. I actually brought an import in from somebody, and a lot of people like, hey, but you mind bringing my, yeah, sure, I'll do it, man. I like helping people out. You know, we're doing the big unboxing and like, wow. And I grabbed their snake in the box, and I felt like going, like, I was embarrassed to pull it out. It's not even my fucking snake. And I was embarrassed to show, and they're like, wow. And I can guarantee from the 6 months of the bullshit that they had to do, contacting and this, and I know they will never, ever, ever support, buy, or recommend this breeder. And it's sad because it's an incredible breeder, but just did something that, like, you know, just because you make some of the best amazing animals and like me, I have an amazing facility. I spend a lot of money on designing it. I spend a lot of money on my animals and care. If I don't give a fuck how big I am and how great I am, if I'm selling you a fucking animal 60, 70 grams and then not even caring, please don't fucking support me. You know, I'd be embarrassed to build what I have and fuck people over or put them in a position where, oh, well, just learn how to assist feed. Just Google it. What the fuck? I would never say that. You know what I mean? Oh, well, yeah, well, it's okay. Well, maybe you're not doing something right. Google how to assist feed. I just bought a snake from you and I've got to learn how to assist feed. Not cool for your brand. I'm sorry. But I actually had to pull the snake out and they're like looking at me like I haven't, and I'm like, wow. And they're like, wow, you have a scale? I'm like, yep. Not fucking cool. The minute they saw, like, I think they saw the worry in my face before they saw the snake. And then they added it up and they talked to me and I'm like, yeah, I would never do this. And it was from the second I showed them the animal, I think they saw it with my face. And then the experience was shit, and not cool. And you do that 10 times a week for 4 years, you just lost thousands of people.
Everybody. Yeah.
100%. But if that's how you want to run your business, I put pride and shit into mine. Fuck, I guarantee my animals for
it's a very small community.
It is. And the thing is, I try to do everything I can. There's still people that won't buy from me. There's still people that don't like me. I get it. You cannot make everybody happy. You can't have everything perfect. I understand that. But guess what? I try my damn best to give a shit about my animals and my customer. I try to make things right. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Last night's live on Warfels Morphs was great. You guys got wild. Uh-oh. A lot of good info. If you don't watch Jeremy, Warfels Morphs, you should.
I watched a little bit last night.
I've been on there, man. You got to give him some love. Oh, Banna. Holy man. Hold on. There she is. What's up, Banna?
Hey, Banna.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Oh, wow. But let's see. I'm just going through because I do want to. Oh, Marcus and Tiffany, what's up, Dambala?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, so I think the smallest I got from Billy was 300 gram range, and they've all been good eaters. Yep. Yeah, and it's great because she came down. She's got 2 other animals, and she took pictures of them. She saw them. She's like, oh, I got them soon. I'm like, yeah. Oh, man, Mike. Here's another, like saying. So here's a guy that bought an awesome animal from me. He bought a pastel, super enchy, super asphalt lavender male. And, hey, Billy, this guy's a stud. Like, he got him. And he had to wait for a while to get him. And then when I sent him, nice big animal, got him the size, breeding. Like, this guy's a stud. Like, hey, man, this guy's doing everything I like. He's so happy, not only about the quality of the animal, but he's doing what he's doing. And then he just put a post and messaged me, hey, man, I think you got 7 good eggs from my male to one of Justin's females. Wow. Like, how much better is that down the road to have somebody go, whoa, I love that. That's what you want. Not like, hey, Billy, this animal I got from you. Yeah, I think it's 75 grams. Yeah, I can't get it to eat. I've tried everything. Okay, I'm going to have to assist feed. Like, not cool.
Yep.
Just saying, if you want to run your business model like that, go ahead. You sure as hell won't see me doing it. And I wouldn't recommend it. Just saying. Ray and Charles, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. No, I wouldn't, right? Like, if I knew he was juggling snakes, like, that's the thing. I don't know what people do with my snakes.
Cat juggling is another matter, though.
Yeah, but, I would hope not. I would hope that people who buy animals or own animals or have some sort of understanding that they are a living creature. Like, I don't get it, But let's see. Oh, here's a good question. So what do you end up doing with the hatchlings that don't thrive? So that does happen. It's a great question because, it happens more than people want to admit. I have, like I'm right up here, I actually have a Mexican black king snake, big female. And I had one that came out with a bad shark mouth and it just didn't look right. and I put it in there and it fed, right? I also have a lot of oddity people. So if you're going to get into breeding on a bigger scale, reach out to the oddity people, people with monitors, people with king snakes or snakes, other snakes that eat snakes, lizards that eat snakes. Because when you do have animals that don't thrive, shark mouth, major kinks, or anything like that, you've got the oddity people that'll actually put it in formaldehyde and have a wet sample. They'll put it with beetles and then take the skeletal. There's a lot of repurposing, but also food. You know, food is huge, right?
Yep,
So,
I got a Cali King.
Awesome, yeah, and I mean it's something that you know, it's a great question because a lot of people go, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. What did I do?" It's a part of it's just how it is. You know, it could have been something you did, but it could also be something that you didn't do. It's just something that, you know, defects are something in all types of living creatures. But you got to have a sort of an exit strategy like that. So there's many ways.
One, yeah.
Yeah, humane one. To me, it's more ethical to call than to try to find a pet home where they won't thrive, or it ends up to a breeder who inevitably
pass on the bad genetics. But what if it's a sunset? What if
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I mean, if you have an
sunset,
animal,
sunset is better than shark mouth. Okay.
Well, so put it this way.
I'm just kidding.
So here's the thing, right? So now here's the thing, and I'll let you know. So this is great. So I've had so there's different levels of shark mouth. Yeah. I've had shark mouth where it's like just a little bit. I've had one where it's like, you know, you put the rat in and it goes like this, and it has nothing to grab.
Oh, right.
So it's bad. So this like animal will need to be assist fed for its entire life. Okay. So that animal, if you can find someone that is willing to assist feed this snake its entire life, then do so, because it is a living animal.
And there are people who do that.
There is. I have some people that will. Okay. But it's not like I have a long list. It's like, oh crap, you know, hey, I got some more, you know, but I do have one that has one eye. It thrived. It's actually breeding. She's actually gravid. So I'm going to breed it because it's been perfectly healthy, except that it has one eye, right? The other eye is basically just, you know, it didn't have an eye socket. It's scaled over. And you can see the indent where the eye socket is, but it's completely scaled over. Never missed a meal. It's always been great. It's breeding. And I'm going to see if it's something that passes on, right? Now, I know if you don't know, Sebastian from Showcase Serpents, amazing guy, awesome fucking stuff. He actually had an animal that had a little bit of a shark mouth. Oh, it's genetic. It'll pass on. Well, I think it was about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Don't quote me, but he said, hey, and he posted it, which is what's amazing. Hey guys, you know how everybody says shark mouth's genetic and it'll pass on? Well, I had one. I raised her up. She was pretty good, you know, eating, got her to size, bred her. Not one animal in the clutch had shark mouth. Now, maybe it could be passed on to the next generation. We don't know that, but somebody's willing to share information, just like me with my one-eyed snake.
That did not happen. Let me just, I'll edit that part out.
I wish we could. Jesus, my God. I just bred my one-eyed snake. Like, oh, what the? Oh, my God. This show. I don't know how they give me airspace. Like, shut them down. Oh, boy. Anyways, my snake with one eye, okay, is at breeding size. She's gravid right now. I am going to share that information just like Sebastian did. And if more people share this, you know, if the animal is thriving, even though it has a defect, should you breed it? That's something on you. But I know a lot of people that will take an animal that has kink or a desert female that just like, oh, well, I can do it differently. That you don't. Like, if you get an animal that's a pet only, please have it as a pet only. Like, you know,
for sure, sell it as a pet only. You know, there are people who sort of are rescues that aren't just snake flippers. A lot of people that say they're rescues are snake flippers. But
Yep. Or don't have the, no quarantine. They're bringing in animals randomly from anybody for free. They
yeah,
don't have money for antibiotics or care or proper housing or lighting. It's a shit show.
but there are people who know how to do it properly, and
Yes, great
and
people.
you know, they got big hearts.
Yes.
Blue tongue morphs.
Yes. Thanks for popping in. Shrove Serpents. I haven't seen you before. Genetic artistry. The better experience a customer has, the more likely they will be return customers. Yep. Why intentionally set them up for possible failure? 100%. Or take your failure and monetize it so someone else can have it. Fuck no. And that's funny. When people come here, it's like, hey, Billy, wow, this is a 2021. Why is it in your small holdback rack? Well, look at it. It's an awesome animal. It's thriving, just not very good eater. Well, why do you still have it? Because I'm not going to sell it and give it to someone else. So it's a shitty eater in their rack. I'd rather just keep it because it's not really costing me anything. But if I sell it and I get money and it does no good, it's going to cost me a lot. It's going to cost me a reputation, people talking. Like, you got to think about the long picture. I haven't I've pissed a few people off. I might have pissed many off, but I'll tell you, I've been doing this for 25 fucking years plus, and I'm going to keep going. And I'm getting stronger and stronger, growing and growing. I can't keep everybody happy, but I really want to see people thrive. And I'm not going to take advantage and sell you a shitty fucking animal. I mean, that's the thing is, like, if you know you have an animal that's not healthy, why would you sell it? Because it's going to do you way more damage than it is for the dollar amount you fucking got.
Yeah.
And that's why if people ever have an issue like, oh, Billy might have some fucking Nido. Well, I had one person that contacted me that said that they had Nido from a snake that they owned for a year and a half with other snakes. Can't say it isn't. Can't say it is. Anybody with more than 30 snakes, the science says we all have Nido. What is what it is. But if I sell you a snake, I'm giving you 6 months guarantee on that animal. That's how confident I am. And if something is wrong with it, I don't know what's inside the snake. It could have liver failure. It could have whatever. I will compensate you that, I'll put in credit towards another animal because I can afford to do that because I don't want you to take the loss. I'll take it. And you know what? I've had this for over a year. I haven't had anybody call me and say, hey, Billy, this animal's not doing good. I get it amazing. So I have no fucking problem giving a warranty like that or a guarantee on my animals because I've been doing this for I sell 500-600 animals a year, not getting any phone calls back. And if I do get a phone call, I'm the one that's answering it and helping you deal with the situation. It's that simple. Keep the customers happy.
It's the same as trying to sell somebody who's got breeder 2 and breeder 3 aspirations, trying to sell them a breeder 1 snake.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sad to see that one go. What's up? New York Powerballs. I'm going to do the outro soon. I'm just going to see if there's anybody else. Anybody else? Oh, my God. Billy Willie Gene, the BWG. You don't want a super BWG. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but look what Brian said. No,
what's that?
Not that one.
Laugh out loud? Oh, no.
We can't call it that.
So, the Voltas, BWGs, the Volta has nothing on the BWGs, baby. You don't know what a Volta is. Oh my God. Ah, boy. You're about to be famous, son. Oh boy. James B. More Exotics. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Oh, thank you, Brittany. I really try. Like, I want to see people do well. I try to give advice. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here, man. I'm here to do it. Happy customers are worth their weight in gold. 100%. And it's funny because here's the thing. And I do this not even for our business, all the business. So I went this morning with Jeff. We looked at another building. I like it. It's the best one I like so far. I'm actually probably going to pull the plug on it. I really like it. I think it's perfect. I got the measurements. On the way back, it's a 2-hour drive. On the way back, I'm calling the flooring guy that did, my 2 floors, right? Did the floor and then did another one. I love it.
Good.
And I'm like, hey, man, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, I found a new building. It's 2 hours away. What are you going to charge me? This and that. And he's like, oh, wow, and I'm like, I want to use you, I haven't used you in 5 years, but as soon as, I want to do a flooring, epoxy did an amazing, that this floor looks like the day it did 5 years ago when it was installed. Of course, I'm going to call them. I do that. Same thing with a restaurant. You go and there's a great food, you go back to it. You do try other ones and go, shit, I wish I went back to, that's just how I am. So if you have happy customers and you treat them well and give them a good product, you're there for them, I educate them and help them in any way I can, I know they're going to come back. And that's how my business has been built. And, sometimes along the way, I'll piss someone off. I'll say something that they don't believe in. Cool. You know what? We can all have our own opinions and stuff, but I'm still here to help you. There's people that I don't like, but I won't steer them wrong. I'll help them out, and they've screwed me over, but I'll still give them good advice. I will not support them, but I will still give them good advice. I'm not going to intentionally harm them, just to be spiteful. I won't deal with them. I will basically, if people ask me their opinion, I will give it to them freely because that's my opinion. But I'm not going to give somebody bad advice or put them in a bad place because, it is what it is. So the new Better Volta line. Oh my God. Anyways, outro.
Here we go.
I hope, what do you call it? The AI hasn't listened. Mm-hmm. Gold scissors and hands, BWG in the other. Like, whoa, AI, slow your roll, buddy. Anyways, thank you for coming on, Craig.
You bet.
Thank you, everybody, for giving us your time. And, I think it was a good episode. It wasn't as like last week's was fire, man. It was right off the bat. It was like questions.
Yeah.
But it's good to hang out and just, see all you amazing people. And there's a bunch of new people, and there was a few good questions, but, got a little bit of a rant in or so, And please don't be messaging me for availability list of the BWG. Oh my God, please no.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the
And
house,
Craig.
breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you a tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch a Billy Rose show. The hats instead of giants, got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house,
And
breaking
Craig.
down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold
That's
scissors
part.
in hand, cutting clutches with flair.
There you go. So hope everyone has an amazing rest of the night. Have an amazing week, and who knows what we're gonna see in upcoming weeks, man. It's been eventful. Every week we have some sort of don't know. It's like, please don't go out and try to invent something. Like if nothing happens, that'd be better.
Yeah.
But it just seems like
It really would.
What can we do that whole fucking, upscale last week's disaster? Like, please don't go looking for it. We're not here dying for that. We're trying to avoid it. But it just seems to happen on its own. And for some reasons, I don't even know how, I mean, I've been standing in front of ball pythons at shows daily for 30 years, and I've never decided to fucking juggle them. I just don't get it. Like, wow. You know, maybe he was at a circus with his kid the night before. I don't fucking know, but it's just crazy.
Can we just say one thing? He also can't juggle.
Oh my God. So, please don't put like, oh, maybe you should try with geckos first. They're lighter and quicker. I don't know. Anyways, have a great night, guys. Thank you.
Good night.